they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s.
All right. Danny, we are back.
A little late in the week.
A little late in the week. Shit happens, man.
Sometimes shit happens.
Shit happens. Life gets in the way. These things, sometimes we don't control them all. You know what I mean?
Right. Little curveballs here and there, if you will.
This is facts. Fucking Mother's Day, first of all. Couldn't get out here for Sunday because Mother's Day.
Yep.
Mother's, you know, whether you're married to one, whether you're with one.
Can you imagine, like, what our women would say if we're like, yeah. We didn't even entertain it, right? We were both on the same page, like, we'll be here Monday.
That it's a non-negotiable situation.
It's just
I'm not even like, even though I didn't do anything that night, she went to bed early.
Yeah.
Just the fact that I would do that
Yeah,
would put
on
me in
Mother's
the
Day.
fucking
Oh, yeah,
like, doghouse fucking city.
Yeah. I realized, obviously, we knew when Mother's Day was, but I didn't put two and two together until Sunday, and I was like, oh, yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
You're like, how's tomorrow night? And then tomorrow night happened, and then we had a little mishap at the Ahern house.
Yeah. Fucking dog. Dude, my dog woke up. I thought this thing was dying.
By the way, so many people have either texted me or messaged me literally concerned about your dog.
Well, yeah. So, dude, dog's like an Energizer bunny. It's a Boston Terrier, Seamus. And sometimes he'll like get a hold of something in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a Spanish Mexican street dog. Like he gets into shit, he eats it, and he gets it through his system. Like he doesn't like, but he might eat something and it hits it the wrong way. But he got up and then like one of the kids touched him on Sunday night and he was like fucking like just yelped. And then Maggie did it and she was like, I don't know what's going on with him. And I got home I was here for work and he was just trembling the whole day. Like I'd never seen anything like it. Couldn't move, was trembling. Like this dog is dying. Like this is where we're at with this thing.
Yeah.
So, and I don't want to be insensitive, but I was thinking, man, I should have got pet insurance because this fucking thing is going to cost me 7 G's that I do not have.
Right.
So, anyways, what ended up happening was she finally took him to the emergency vet. She was there all fucking night, and apparently, like, you know, he's getting older. He fucking wrenched his back really bad somehow, and they gave him a pain shot, fucking put him on meds. And now he's back to being an annoying fucking Boston Terrier. Like 2 weeks of rest, keep him in a cage. This dog broke out of the cage we had for it 3 times in the first 3 weeks we had the dog. He couldn't be in a crate. Like, he used to sleep in the bed. Like, he is a fucking Houdini of dogs, dude. I put a lock on it, a kitchen, like, door lock on the crate, plus the crate thing, out, done, out of there. Fucking dog can break out of anything.
He's El Chapo of dogs.
MacGyver of dogs.
Yeah, just doesn't stay in jail.
Doesn't, like, he's got a spirit to him. So anyways.
Kind of my kind of person.
I was definitely thinking, like, the way I was looking at him, I'm like, this dog's dying. Like, turns out he's just like every other guy out there. When he gets sick, he's a huge pussy.
He's
you know
the
what
worst.
I mean? He's like, I'm dying,
Yeah.
but he's not really dying. But yeah, so he's better. And then you had Pop Warner thing last night?
I had a meeting last night.
Yep.
And then we're recording, like, significantly later than we normally have been.
Yeah, and by the way, I want to talk about gamers. Celtics is starting right now.
Right now.
And we'll catch the second half. It's fine.
That's all. That's no big deal.
Yeah, so anyways, that fucking whole thing happened.
That's why we're here late.
That's why we're here late, but we're here.
We are here.
We're here for it.
How was your weekend? You had yourself a day on Friday, right?
Yeah, had a ripper. It was
I love when you just call me randomly. Like, I knew what it was for,
Yeah.
but I heard it in your voice. I was like, Brandon's having himself a day.
fucking like letting it all out. Like,
Brandon's having himself a day.
when I go, it's either Paul Gentile or Josh.
Yeah.
Or you, for that matter.
Yeah.
Like, the wheels are coming off the bus, and like,
No.
like I went straight from there to Hooters.
When you had called me, you were at Hooters, right?
Yeah, I was at
because
Hooters
it
then.
was loud.
Yeah, I was at Hooters then. And it was a time. We had a blast. I was actually home by like 9, and I think like pretty sure I watched a movie with Tommy or something like that. Pretty sure.
You did tell me that.
Yeah, I watched like Mandalorian.
Yeah,
I forget what it was. But anyways, yeah, it was a great day. We had a blast. I played fucking the best of golf I played in like, that was the other thing that was making me get fucked up because I was like, I'm fucking throwing darts. Like Gentile played good too. The other guys we play with, I don't think they listen to this. I said they swung like they had no testosterone in their bodies. Me and Gentile carried us to 8 under, basically.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So we had a great day. But that was that. And Saturday was low key, and then Sunday was Mother's Day. You know what I mean? So it was like, actually, Sunday was great, dude. Like, we actually went to Nate's. Maggie's like, I just want to fucking nap and chill. And I'm like, all right. So I'm like, do you mind if I go? Because it was also my dad's birthday this weekend, 75. Shout out to the big guy.
Tommy A.
Yep. So we went to Nate's for the game on Sunday.
Showed me
Nate
a
and my
picture.
sisters.
You weren't the only people in attendance. There was a couple people
No, my
there.
parents were there, and Ironworker Josh. Josh the Ironworker was there.
Yep.
Sans' wife, who I'm not sure you mentioned that he was going over there, but
Yep.
regardless, it is what it is.
Yeah. It's over and done with now.
You know, can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
Ask for forgiveness later.
Yeah, exactly. Beg for forgiveness. So, anyways, it was good. How about you?
My weekend was quite eventful, actually. So it started Thursday. I did golf Thursday. I played 9. But then Thursday night, we had tickets. Me, Julie, the whole clan. We had tickets to. It was an event for Malden Overcoming Addiction. It was
nice.
it was a comedy night. Place was mobbed. It was at the IA. There had to have been 350
Yeah, I saw
people
the
there.
pictures. It's awesome.
Insane. Comedians, funny as fuck. Lenny Clark was there.
That's sick.
Lenny Clark, Dave Russo, Anthony Schiavelli, who I graduated with. I know there was like 7, 8 comedians, and they
Yeah.
were all funny as fuck. It was
Yeah.
awesome show. And listen, here's what I love about this event that I went to, right? They are trying to, and we've talked about it on here before. We all know somebody that's struggled, whether it be family, friends, whatever. We all know somebody that's fucked up on drugs at one
Yeah.
point. It's hit me a zillion more ways than one.
Yep.
They had a bar open for people like me and you that are there to support them, but that still drink.
Yep.
And they talked about it briefly, and they said, we want to normalize that, like, you're going to be around it the rest of your life. It's up to you. And I just thought it was, like, wicked admirable. It
Yeah.
didn't, like, make us feel awkward, didn't make them feel awkward.
Sure.
Everyone was there for the cause. And then they started talking, dude, and I was a babbling brook.
Yeah.
Crying my fucking eyes out.
Yeah.
There was one kid there, I'm not going to mention his name because he's a piece of shit, but he ratted on one of my boys, and he wanted to say hi to me. And he's like, he was up there talking about his recovery and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck out of my face, dude. Get the fuck out of my face. You're a
By the
piece of-
way, just it doesn't matter what you do in life, and I don't care if it's like be in recovery or like just be like somebody who gives a lot to charity. Any of those things, you can still be a dickhead, an
yeah.
asshole, a scumbag.
There was a bunch of people in there that, like, again, I'm guessing it happened when they were high.
Sure.
That shit happened, but you directly affected my friend when he missed like 3 years of his son's life.
Yeah.
Granted, my buddy wasn't fucking.
I was gonna say.
But this kid was highly involved in it, and
Yeah.
then he was doing the same exact thing, and he pointed all fingers all at him.
I got it.
He's a rat fuck, and he sucks. Fuck
Yeah.
you, and he lost all his teeth too. Great, right? So there's that.
This is the bonus.
So that was Thursday. Friday, when I talked to you, I was bartending that night. I got asked to bartend a musical bingo. I need to tell you something. They had to. It was in the same place. It was at the IA, right?
Yep.
It was for, I think it was Medford softball. Medford girls softball. It was a fundraiser for them. They had raffles and whatnot. Have you ever been to a musical bingo?
No.
It was so fun. And I was behind the bar, slammed.
Yeah.
From 6 to midnight.
Yeah,
dude.
you told me you made some
Serious
sweet
coin.
money.
Serious coin. It was awesome. But the best part about it, guys from Ireland, Keith, the Hammer, Darren, they all came over because they weren't going to do anything Saturday night. Keith he was like, he doesn't know what to do when Susie's not around. Susie's back home. So he was like,
Oh yeah, I saw she was going to Belfast
yep.
or whatever. Yeah.
So he's like, what are you bartending out there tonight? I'm like, yeah. He's like, what is it? I'm like, musical bingo. And his fucking eyes lit up. And he's like, what is that? And I'm like, basically it's bingo, but it's music. I said, and then that turns into a party afterwards. Brendan, I've never seen this kid have so much fun in my life. Right? The place was mobbed. He came over to me 1,000 times. He's like, I can't believe how good you are back there. It was fucking hilarious. Like
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
like he was my hype man. It was hilarious.
That's awesome.
That was Friday night. Saturday night, I went to, remember that thing I was supposed to host? The casino night?
Yep.
So that got X-nayed, but I still went. Nothing personal. It was just the DJ that they hired, he kind of like emceed the whole thing.
Sure, yeah,
and he was
yeah.
fucking great at it.
Yep.
So we went to this thing, got dressed up. Me and the kid that I golf with today, Nick, we had a fucking great time golfing today. We'll get to that soon. But Saturday night we went there. I wake up Saturday morning, slept in a little bit. And he texted me at like 6:15 in the morning. I wake up and he's like, this thing's going to be a bunch of senior citizens, isn't it? And I was like, I fucking hope not, right?
Yeah.
We get there, not being a creep. It was loaded with bombshells. Loaded, all right? So Nick's like, all right, I guess we can stick around, you know? And we had a fucking blast, dude. So basically, it was a fundraiser for junior aid. You can look it up. I'm not going to get into that detail shit. But basically, they because you bought a ticket to it, you get $1,000 chip.
Okay.
And basically,
and you could fuck around with it.
yeah. So I've never been to it.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I've done one before.
The lady that was running it is the one that invited us, and I don't know if I can say this, but she kept feeding me $1,000 chips.
Nice.
It's great.
Yeah.
I don't gamble like that.
Yeah.
I was in a dude.
You could feel it?
Dude, I was itching. I was like, I gotta buy my own now. You know what I mean? Dude, it was so fun.
Yeah.
And I just played roulette and it was like, remember in Casino when Nicky Santoro just like hit me, takes the fucking cards. That's how I fucking talk to these poor women. I was so bad. I was like, give me the fucking money. It wasn't real money, dude.
Dude, I gotta say this.
It was Monopoly.
Speaking of like, because I've been to casinos, like I love to gamble. I've been to casinos with a lot of people. The most fun person to go to a casino with is Paul Gentile. If you go to a craps deal with Paul Gentile,
I can see that.
people like he is a fucking electric
Yeah,
factory.
I can see
He's
that.
like $12, yo, like, come on, fucking ball. Like, dude, he is fucking hyped.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking. He sets the place on fire.
It was a wonderful time. Now, I do have to say this. So, when we first got told we were going, we were told it's a black tie event. Now, obviously, I know what a black tie event is, right? I have a tux, and I have bow ties. But she told me the day of, she's like, you don't have to wear that. And I was like, thank God. You know what I mean? Because
I don't have a tux.
no, but I had to. My buddy, I was in his wedding last year.
Yeah, you had to buy one for
we all had to buy it because
Yeah.
it was a fucking special occasion. Blah blah. That's the only reason I have a black
Sure.
tux.
Yeah.
But I
That's
have
why
one.
anybody has one.
Right. So we pull in now.
Man, we just do this show every week in Texas.
That would be fucking hilarious. But Nick drove, right? And we pull in, and all we see is, I'm not kidding, 40, 50, 100 black men in black tuxes. And I'm like, oh my God, where are we? Dude, I forgot that Spinelli's had multiple rooms.
Yeah.
There was like they keep saying it was a prom. These were adults. Something was going on in another room that was clearly like a black event. And everyone was wearing a tie. And we just walked in with suits and ties. Like, we looked normal. We walked in and I'm like, we're the only white people here, right? I'm like, what the fuck did Helen sign us up for? And we walked in and then we saw that they were that way and this way. And it was just so awkward because we were like, we have to wear fucking tux. Everyone's wearing a tux. And I just thought like they were just all crazy gamblers, you know? Totally different event, but everyone was wearing a tux. Food was dynamite, except for the chicken broccoli and ziti. That needs a lot of work. But everything else is good. The egg plate was good, blah, blah, blah. And then Sunday, Mother's Day, I asked Christy 100 times, what do you want to do?
Yep.
What can I do to make your day better? Do you know where we fucking ended up?
Walmart.
Walmart.
Girl loves Walmart.
She loves Wally World.
Yeah.
She was in her fucking zone.
Yeah.
All right. For, I don't know, 3 hours I'm there.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And
What does she do?
everything. There isn't we don't even have, animals anymore. She's in the fucking dog food. Every aisle, dude. Every single aisle she'll hit just in case she misses something.
Yeah.
Getting in line at Walmart now is the most infuriating thing on earth.
Yeah.
We've talked about this because of the self-checkout thing.
Yeah.
They had one on a Sunday afternoon. I'm not doing self-checkout. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. So we waited there. She's got white knuckles. She's like, I'm ready to leave this shit. I go, no, we're not. I've been here far too long.
Yeah.
We're finishing this race.
Sure.
Then we walk out, and then, of course, the fucking miserable broad up front. I need to see your receipt.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
All right? But that's how I spend it. And then we went to my mother-in-law's, had a little barbecue, whatever, watched the Celtics beat the dog shit.
Beat the bag.
Jason Tatum.
Unbelievable.
Threw the team on his back.
By the way, I want to say, too, that...
A lot of apologies to Jason Tatum this week.
Yeah. I mean, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. So Sunday, I forgot about this. Saturday, my daughter was like, I got to do... At MC, you got to do community service for the year. So she's like... So what she does is she makes meals for my brother's table over in Lynn.
Awesome.
Right? So they made, like, her and a friend made 50 bag lunches, but they didn't have time to get over there on Saturday. So Sunday, I drove over there with her. Tell you what, first of all, fucking charity. This should be called pulling the charity. Like,
Yeah.
Pulling the fucking, like, supporting people. I'll tell you what, dude. You drop those fucking lunches off, you see those people fucking sitting in line on Sunday, and you are very thankful for the fucking shit you have, man.
Dude.
Like, first of all, it's amazing to do it.
Yep.
I was very proud of her. Like, I just basically fucking drove her over there.
It's
But, like,
very admirable.
It is, like, that's what she chooses to do for her service all the time. A lot of kids do, like, races or whatever they do,
Yeah.
like walks and whatever. She does that stuff too. But, like, it was, like, listen, like, it's like, you know, it puts a lot of stuff in perspective. And you're like, this place is fucking 20 minutes away.
Right.
How long it cost you $100 to make 50 fucking bag lunches for these
you
people?
walk out there with the biggest smile on your face.
Yeah, and they're extremely thankful. You know what I mean? It was like, and I realized, like, in general, I'm a pretty fucking selfish person. You know what I mean? Like, I just am. Like,
No, it puts a lot of stuff into perspective.
it totally does, dude. And to see those people fucking start lining up,
Yep.
like, and they're not all fucking, dude, I'm telling you right now, like, not everybody in that line was a fucking heroin addict or something like that.
No.
There's plenty of people who just need food.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
I've talked about it on here before. I know I have. And by the way, I gotta shout out my man Bobo because he texted me on this. He's like, the show should be called Danny Repeats Himself One More Time because I do it a lot and I'm sorry, whatever. But back to what I was saying is there was a time in my life where me and my mother would have to get on a bus, go to a church, and get a bag from a food pantry.
yeah.
Dude, I will never forget that in my life.
Yeah.
So when I hear that shit, of course it brings back fucking memories.
Yeah.
But you need people like that.
Of course.
Every single Thanksgiving, I told you this, I told the show this, but I do the breakfast at the IA every year since I was a kid. I used to scoop eggs. If you got a breakfast Thursday morning on Thanksgiving in the 90s, I'm either the one that gave you a slice of ham or I gave you a scoop of eggs.
Yep.
So now I've always done it till this day. I started bringing my son last year, kind of get him in the mix of it. What my sisters do on Thanksgiving morning while the bird's in the fucking oven, all my sisters and I'm pretty sure a good majority of my nieces go to Bread of Life and they serve all day.
Yep.
Every single year. I think it's awesome. And then we talk about it at Thanksgiving. Dude, there's nothing better than giving back.
No,
Nothing,
I agree with
nothing.
you. I agree with you. And I felt like, I'm like, fuck. Like, you know, you worry about all the dude, it just puts a lot of shit in perspective. It's like, you worry about all the day-to-day shit. Like, we're all wrapped up in our own attic. You know what I mean? Our own fucking shit. And we're all fucking, you know, we all think, I'm like one of those people, I think a lot of people have this perception of me that, like, because I'm like the least comfortable when I'm alone. Like, I'm most comfortable when I'm with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Like, even though I say I'm kind of an introvert and stuff, like, that's when I'm like kind of on stage in a way. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm alone, I'm just thinking like shit I gotta do and like all that stuff. Like anybody else. Like, I'm like a fucking. I think people are like, oh, it must be so easy going, playing guitar and fucking drinking beers. It's like, yeah, but then I'm like worrying about shit like everybody else. You know what I mean?
I just thought there was a TikTok I saw today
Yeah.
of it's only because you said being alone. And in the TikTok it said, when you're alone for so long and you haven't talked, and this dude just looks around and he just goes, just to make sure his voice still works. Fucking great.
But yeah, so anyways, like that put a lot of stuff in perspective because it's like all this dumb shit you're worried about. You know what I mean? Like, or it doesn't have to be dumb necessarily, right? But it is fucking far, far less significant than needing food. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like it just is. Like that's a fact. You know what I mean? Can you do me a huge favor?
Yeah.
You grab me 2 Trulies out of that.
Sure can.
I am drinking seltzers tonight.
So
I am drinking seltzers. But yeah, it was, dude. I'll tell you what, it was eye opening. It was awesome. I'm super proud of her for doing it. She did a great job, and so, anyways, we're gonna do it again, and it's not gonna be for like just service. We're just gonna do it. You know what I mean?
there's no better feeling. It's wicked admirable.
So, anyways, yeah. So, I want to give a shout out too because we were talking about the stand up comedy thing.
Yep.
So I know I've talked about this podcast I like, right? Soft Boys, whatever. This guy, Will Noonan, who's a comedian.
Did you see this?
So yeah, I'll just tell the story. So I found out about him through the podcast. I've never seen his stand-up, but I know it's good, right?
I've seen his stand-up once.
Yeah.
And I think it was at like an open house.
Yeah, I saw some clips from this new
Open
special,
mic,
and it's
sorry.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And this kid's just this guy. And the reason I figured it out was because he has a connection to a buddy of mine. Went to same high school as a couple buddies of mine. So anyways.
He's a South Shore kid?
He's from Milton, yeah. So I follow the podcast, all this stuff, but you know, like I've been listening to this podcast for like a year and a half, and like he was kind of like if I was like being like honest, like he was kind of like down on the stand up scene for a while, being
Yep.
like, you know, like just like any other job, you grind it, and you're like fucking everybody's TikToks and all this shit, and I don't, you know. So anyways, he decided to do a special live at Capo, which is in South Boston. He hosts a comedy night there every week. And this guy is a professional comedian.
Our boy Sean O'Brien is doing it tonight.
Nice.
At Capo.
This guy's a professional comedian. Like, that's what he does for a living.
Yeah,
like,
that's how he
does.
makes his money.
Yeah, so anyways, He decided to do this special, did it there, really professionally edited and stuff. It was supposed to come on YouTube tonight. I was like fucking amped. I'm like, I'm gonna watch this
supposed
shit.
to be midnight.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this shit tonight. I'm gonna watch the Celtics. Then I'm gonna watch this special. I don't know this kid personally, so this is not like
we
me,
don't know him.
like whatever. But he announced today that like it's getting like getting offers now from like sounds like Netflix.
It does sound like Netflix.
Sounds like Netflix.
He can't
say,
say
but he
it.
said you probably have a login.
You definitely have a login.
And I just got to say this, right? And like I said, I hear him on that show and I think he's hilarious, but like I haven't seen his stand up. I'm sure he's unbelievable. I've seen little clips. That said, he is a testament to what grinding is about, right?
Oh, dude,
this kid's been doing it. He's 40 years old. He's been doing it since he's 21, right?
And he still does open mics. He's doing one tonight.
No, that's on open mic. That's like a setup week every week.
Oh,
That's
well,
like legit
okay,
comedians.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
So like he like runs that night, and that's like pros, but like that's basically like they work out new material kind of thing. But anyways, regardless, there's a good chance the shit's getting picked up by Netflix.
Yep.
And he's probably gonna get a fat check out of it.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? It's like, dude.
It's finally paid off.
Exactly. Yep. Because just when you think, because I got this sense like earlier in the show that I felt like fuck, like I'm never, because he's kind of a local guy. He doesn't really want to be a national guy.
Yep.
But it's like, dude. You know, this thing fucking picks up, like it blows up. Like he's open for Bill Burr. He's fucking open for Andrew Schultz.
He's
like,
so, do you know the comedian Chris Stefano? Mm-hmm. Hilarious, right?
Yep.
Did you see his Special Weshy?
no, I didn't see that.
All right, so it's on Netflix, right?
Yep.
But when you watch it, at the end of it, he goes, I want to thank you all for coming here. I tried to send this to Netflix, HBO, Hulu. They all told me to fuck off. So I made my own special and put it on YouTube. He put it on YouTube, and then Netflix bought it after he said that.
Yep.
Fat check, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dude, that special is, we have the same life. He has a Puerto Rican wife, he has daughters.
Yeah.
And he just shits on them the entire time. And
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I fucking get it.
Yeah.
But he's very funny.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Chris Stefano's Special Weshy, do yourself a favor. Listen to that.
So, anyways, shout out to that because that's putting in the fucking time, putting in the grind. And by the way, here's the other thing. When you're down on shit, right? When you're like thinking, like, this is the fucking thing I really was trying to make the point about. Because he was kind of like, fucking, you gotta have a TikTok account now and everything. It's like, what happened to just being a fucking great stand up? You know, and it has credit. And it's like, that's an art. It's like, make a bunch of TikToks and fucking, now you got fucking million followers. And it's like, but there's no art to that really or whatever, right? So, anyways, he was just kind of coming off a little bit, I thought, at that time, he was just down on it a little bit. Yeah. And you get that way. Everybody gets that way in everything they do. You know what I mean? It's just like, what the fuck is the point of this? Or like, you know, is this going to happen or whatever? But like, the point is that like, he then decides to do this. Like, nobody fucking told him to do this. Nobody was like, hey, we're going to do this. He was like, I'm going to do this special on my own. I'm going to do it at fucking Capo, where I host every week, right?
Mm-hmm. And good for him.
And
good
look
for him.
what's fucking happening.
Good for him.
Because here's the thing.
A
lot of people just don't do fucking shit. And they just sit there. And they just go, you know what? Yeah, I am kind of down. Things haven't really been going my way. I'm just going to fucking bitch about it. And I'm just going to keep doing what I do.
Right.
You do something different. And what's the worst that fucking happens?
Right.
The worst that happens is that he would have released it on YouTube. Mm-hmm. I would have watched it, promoted it on the show. A ton of people would have promoted it. Probably would have got 1 million views, whatever. Maybe it's picked up, maybe it doesn't. But maybe the next one he does gets picked up.
Right.
Because he fucking took some action.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I just love that idea that it's like, nothing fucking horrible is going to happen for fucking trying something. Right. You know what I mean? Like, what, are you going to look dumb or whatever? You know what I mean? Like this podcast. It's like, that's always just been my thing. Like, I'm not afraid to do that stuff just because I'm like, well, what the fuck? Like, I'm just over that shit. Like, I get that, like, a lot of people have that fear or have that. I know that you don't. You're the same as me.
Right.
I mean, I guess I just was like, made myself look like a jackass so many times when I was younger. I got used to it or something, and I just don't care.
That's all came down to me.
Exactly. I don't care.
Right.
Like, so, I mean, I don't like to look dumb, but if I think I have a good chance of being good at something, I'll try it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, anyways, I just want to give a shout out to that. Keep your eye on it. You can follow him, Will Noonan Comedian, I think, on Instagram.
Yep.
But he's a good dude. Their podcast is great, and I want to promote that because I like people who fucking put their dick out there.
I like his stance on the whole TikTok thing, right? So there's a rapper, and I know you don't know him, but his name is Murder Mook, and he's a battle rapper. But
you never guess this. It's my cousin.
Yeah. He said something in a line, and he goes, "The new talent is no talent."
Yeah. He said that before,
and he's fucking right.
Yeah.
Everyone's just on the internet making $1 billion doing.
Dude, it's like.
So, like, I understand where Will Noonan's coming from, dude. No one wants, I shouldn't say no one wants to go see stand-up, but it's a lost art because you can just scroll on TikTok. And I know that's what he means by that.
Exactly. That's exactly what he means.
Yeah.
And, like, And I get why he was like, I feel like from us, like I said too, it's like they were talking about it on their show, like how it's like when people listen to your show, right? Or like when I'm listening to their show, I feel like I know them because like, just like I'm sure that somebody that listens to this show feels like they know me and you.
Right.
Because this is what every week we fucking shoot the shit for an hour and a half, right? I don't know him from fucking like a guy 3 doors down from me, right? That I've never seen before in my life, right? I just know what I listen to. But that was the vibe I got. It was just that it was kind of like, not that he was negative, but just like kind of being like, this sucks. Like it's kind of like dude, like stand up is a fucking real art, right? That takes a long time to work on. It takes a great amount of time to get good at. And doing fucking like, doing a TikTok where your buddy like sticks his head in there and you squirt whipped cream in his eye is fucking shit. But it's like, but that's what people want, whatever. So, anyways, so I get what he's saying too, and I agree with you. As somebody who plays music and wrote a lot of music and has been in a lot of bands, it's like, it's like it is annoying when you're like, oh, here's some fucking guy on Instagram who's got a keyboard and just fucking yells into the fucking screen, and people are like, this guy is funny. You know what I mean? It's like, sweet, that guy's a fucking dickhead.
Yeah, he sucks.
So, anyways. Shout out to him. Okay, another thing I got to bring up. This is open gym. We can talk about what we want.
I got some shit.
Bobby Froyo. Okay. Prayers out, first of all, to Lorenzo.
Yep.
Lorenzo is Bobby's son. He's a great football player. Fractures his ball joint, right? Okay, that's what I got out of the Facebook post.
Yep.
Now, a few days before this,
he can kick to the moon, by the way.
It's a good thing it wasn't his leg. That's all I got to say. I know that's his fucking special weapon.
To the moon.
A few days before this. Oh, by the way, I'm a Lorenzo stan. I'm like, So a few days before this, Bobby had written, give this kid a follow on Instagram, right? Give Lorenzo a follow. Now, here's my thing. Bobby, don't ever do that to me because you are the Madden cover of fucking Instagram follow requests. Because not 2 days later, your kid was in a hospital bed with a broken fucking ball joint.
Fucking Madden curse.
Exactly. I tell you what, like he is the Madden curse of fucking that. But prayers to Lorenzo. He'll can rebound.
Oh, yeah.
And like I said, good thing it wasn't his femur. You know what I mean? Because that's this kid's fucking absolute fucking talent.
To the moon he can kick.
I can't wait. That's like, I need friends who have kids who are going to be fucking studs. You know what I mean? That's what I want. Like,
we got him.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. All right, what do you got?
Well, I wasn't really on the spot yet.
All right, I can go.
Oh no, but there was a bunch of shit that we got a couple people put in a couple requests. I think that's what I was going to get at.
Oh, okay. What were they? I saw them, but now I forgot to write them down.
First off, Paul Doobie had just texted me before I came in.
Okay.
He asked me if I wanted to go for the game tonight. I said, we're here to give you services.
Yeah.
So we can't make it tonight.
Exactly.
All right. But he goes, best live professional sporting stadium that you've been to.
That I've been to. You go first. I know what it's gonna be, but
I know what it's gonna be too.
Yeah.
September 23rd. If you're looking for me, I'll be in South Bend, Indiana. But up until now, I'm not gonna say like Fenway. You know what I mean? Like that's
yeah. So mine would be TD Garden when I saw them win it all. But but like let's just remove home court.
Sure. Camden Yards.
Very cool.
It is the fucking epitome of like what you want to see at a ballpark.
Yep.
And again, it's fucking. I know we talked about this before, but it is extremely. I can't say this enough. Extremely cheap.
Yeah.
You can get in that field or that ballpark for $12.
Yeah.
And sit wherever the fuck you want, except if the owner is upstairs and fucking looking at you, and he makes you move over one fucking seat.
Which is what happened.
Cocksucker. Yeah. But dude, they have every home run that's ever been hit. They make a fucking like a brick out of it.
Yeah.
In the ground, it's sick.
Yeah.
They have a standing room, which is right up my alley. Standing room right in the outfield. You could chirp at the fucking. I remember Brock Holt was out there, and I'm just chirping at him. He just like gave the. It's awesome. It's a great time. It's cheap. You can get to Baltimore in fucking an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, on the plane. It's like $60 to fly there.
It's insane. It's so much cheaper than anywhere else, but it's a great environment. Boog's Barbecue. They're fucking awful beer, Natty Bows.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
But they love it.
Home of the Wire.
Because they're idiots, yeah. You get the Wire. You get the Point. It's just wicked cool. I love
dude, I'll tell you right now.
Camden Yards a great
I think I've
little
told this
spot.
story, but like Maggie, when I was like under my non-compete, we had no money, but Maggie had to go to work for work to Baltimore, and the flight was $50, and that's where I was trying to do business at that point because I couldn't do business in New York. So I did have clients down there. I'm like, I'll go down and rent a car, and I could stay in her hotel. So the whole thing was going to cost me like $300, and I'm like, that's worth it to meet these clients. And
Right.
show him I got a fuck. What does he say in Departed? He goes, show him you got a ring on your finger and you're not homo or something like that. Does he say something like that?
You should not know homo.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, went down there and then we went to the Fells Point that night and I got so blacked out.
I told my Fells Point story, right?
Yeah. I got so blacked out and I had to skip all the meetings in the morning.
boy.
It was fucking horrible.
Oh,
But
boy.
I would say for me, it's tough because to be honest with you, I really haven't been to a ton of other venues, but the ones I have been fucking pretty awesome. It's hard because here's the thing. It's probably Wrigley. I went to a day game at Wrigley and sat in the fucking. It's the same thing as
Ferris Bueller seats?
exactly same thing as fucking Camden Yards.
Yeah.
It's history. It's fucking beautiful out. We just got off a plane. I was single at the time.
Yeah.
Me and my buddy CJ Lampman, my buddy Rudy, who lives out there still. By the way, my buddy Rudy, best host in the world. Like he's out. We're out there. He's like. He had a fucking weekend plan for us.
Itinerary.
Dude, like, but not like one that you're like, oh, here's, look at this, look at that. It
Yeah.
was like, dude, it was like, wake up in the morning, right? Drinks, beverages, whatever. Off to a game. We're checking out this. We're going to go see this fucking exhibit thing, right? We're going to walk around it all day. He fucking absolutely showed us the time. So, Rudy, if you hear this, you're the fucking man. That said, the other one would be, my sister went to fucking UConn. I'm a monster UConn hoops fan.
Yep.
I went to the Gampel fucking arena twice to see UConn when they had like some of their best players, and it was fucking awesome. So that was really cool.
Air Force in Denver. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's on a military base, obviously.
Yep.
The only thing that sucks about Air Force, one way in, one way out. So it's a very, very small stadium.
Yep.
Honestly, I think it's like 40, maybe
Yep.
40,000 people. But it took like 3 hours to get out of.
Oof.
Like, because it's one way, dude.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I didn't think of that, dude.
It sucked. But
Ugh.
that was cool to be on there. There was one more I was going to say. Oh, so I didn't see a game there, but when I went out to Denver to meet my brother or whatever, went to like the downtown area. All their stadiums are like right next to each other. You can go into the Rocky Stadium and just look around. Their pro shop's open and it's part of the stadium. So you can walk through the pro shop and into the stadium and just like, it was pretty cool. Like you could never do that at Fenway.
Really?
Like walk it, like not go on tour. You could just walk in. There's like one area there, one area there, and you could just walk in, sit in the seat, fucking just take it all in.
Wow.
It was fucking.
That's sick.
It was pretty cool.
That's sick.
Yeah, and I just thought like, so that was there. Mile High Stadium's like across the street, but then like where the Nuggets and the whatever the other fuck race, the Avalanche play.
Yeah.
That they were all right there in that vicinity.
While we're on sports real quick, Nate texted me. I got to remember this because he's been listening to the show. Nate texted me. He's like, if you don't mention that Pat McAfee's a fucking monster fraud for going to ESPN, he's like, and he's saying the show won't change. It's the most woke fucking place in the world.
Well, he is a fraud, 100%. But I am a Pat McAfee guy.
Listen, now here's the thing. My
Listen.
buddy Sean Latham said, and they were our boys with him. They were on his show.
Yep.
They worked with him. They're like, he's a fucking genius. They're like, he can do no wrong. Anything he does, he's fucking sick. They're like, guy's a great cornhole player. Guy can throw a fucking pass like a quarterback.
Right.
Like he could have probably played D1 quarterback.
Yep.
Like the guy's not good at it. I've never been a fan of like, I've never thought he was fucking unbelievably funny. Like,
No, he's not unbelievably funny, but he's good at what he does. Now, I'll explain this. I watch College Game Day religiously every Saturday.
yeah,
Lee Corso isn't lasting much longer.
Yeah.
The guy is 300 years old.
sure.
There's only one person that can replace him, and that person is Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no one else. Lee Corso was you wanted to see him put the mascot head on.
Yeah.
You want to see him say, not so fast, my friend, to
Yeah.
a fucking poor Make-A-Wish kid that's, making the picks and shit.
Yeah.
And not so fast, but like,
Yeah.
that shit was awesome.
Sure.
But Pat McAfee has that, like, WWE persona.
No, I know what you mean.
But he's not like he's not a stand-up comedian.
No, but I get it. I'm not hating on Pat McAfee. And like I said, these guys are like, he's fucking awesome. So I
Right.
trust them. You know what I mean?
No, I believe he is too.
That said, like, I don't really have a listen, here's the thing. Show me the bag of money. I get woke real quick. Like fucking
Yeah.
I like show me the bag. Like you drop a bag in here for me and Danny.
Yep.
Like we'll be fucking this could be a Christian podcast by next
No
Sunday. You know what I mean? We'll be talking
And
about
bow
the
our
Lord.
heads.
Yeah, we're talking about the Lord and the fucking everything we can fucking do. We'll be
And bow our
talking about
heads.
it. Go ahead.
No,
What was the next question, by the way?
I'm looking for it right now.
Okay.
'cause
While you do that, let me talk about this.
Al Delano had like 4 of them.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, I really want to talk about the death of a family member. We talked about this. My fucking kegerator is dead.
Done.
Right? So now let me just tell you the back up of this kegerator. I think most people probably watched the video. Some people haven't. I did a video on it last Friday. Buggy got me this kegerator through a buddy. The guy had it in his like fucking office. And this kegerator was probably pouring 12 beers a week for like the first 3 months they had it. And then like probably really not pouring much other than that. Came in here and it literally, like I said, it was like a relief pitcher who was pitching every 3 days in an inning. You're throwing 90 pitches a day, every day, every single day. I'm talking multiple kegs swinging in and out of this bar on a nightly basis. 30 people in here blowing this thing dry, like going through 3 kegs in a weekend a lot of times. And
Right.
I'm talking about like in 2 in a night. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, like, dude, I got 2 kegs in here, poured a couple beers. Had a great night. And then because kegs will stay cold for a while. That's like put them in a cooler, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, Kev Mark came over here and I like poured a beer. I'm like, this is fucking warm, dude. And he's like, yeah, it's not the coldest beer I had. And I felt it there and I'm like, fuck, it is not really cold in here. Tried everything. Basically came up with the fact, like, I looked into it. I was like, who am I? First of all, I'm gonna fucking fix a kegerator.
No, but you didn't want to let go. I get it.
No, you don't want to let go and you think you can fix it. But it's like the bottom line is a lot of them, I guess, don't have a way to recharge the Freon in there. So if the Freon leaks, you're fucked, basically. It's not made to get recharged, you know what I
Right.
mean? So anyways, I had to let it go. She's out in the driveway right now. She's got a guy picking her up tomorrow.
Just gonna have a nice send off.
Scrap metal. But the thing was, so he's like, oh, you
got to play taps or something when it leaves.
Dude, I'm sad. That said, I'm like, new kegerator is like $900. I'm like, I'm not just fucking popping on a new fucking kegerator.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll get a fridge in here again and we'll drink cans for a while, like the poor people do. You know what I mean?
The
'Cause that's,
poors.
you know what I mean? Like,
I bet you could, if you ever wanted to be like crazy, you could be like a Facebook Marketplace. I bet you could get it for like
no,
$100.
I found one for like $350, but something like. But then I'm like, I don't want somebody. It's like getting a fucking secondhand dog. It's like I don't know if it's gonna bite me or break down in a fucking week. Like now, I just want a new one. And then the guys in my fantasy football league, who, like all the guys in the neighborhood, all were gonna chip in. They were like, "Yeah, we'll chip in because you never charge for beer, right?"
Right.
And these guys are in here all the time,
Right.
And listen, a lot of them have dropped 100 on the table before.
And I will obviously do the same thing.
But what I'm saying is like the way I am, dude. I don't want. If I'm gonna have a kegerator here, I own the kegerator.
Right.
You didn't buy it for me. Like it's one thing if my wife buys it for me.
Right.
Like I'll wait till like whatever the month comes when Malton Catholic's not in my pocket. Fucking whatever.
We'll get a
$100.
kegerator before that.
We'll get a kegerator in here. So, anyways, that was the deal. It was very sad, very disappointing. The kids were like, Tommy's like, you can use the money in my room. And I'm like, what a fucking guy,
what a
first
kid.
of all. What a fucking guy. And you know what? Here's the other great thing about that kid. Here's the great thing about having a 14-year-old kid now who's every day goes to the gym and just lifts his balls off. Thing was back here. I took the kegs out of it. I go, hey, I need your help. Kid fucking helps
Right over
me
his
out,
shoulder?
just throws it right up on the bar like no big deal.
Love it.
Creatine and protein bars. Let's
Love
go.
it.
Let's
Love
fucking
it.
go.
Love it.
All right, real quick before you do that.
Well, in lieu of flowers, we were going to say you can send all your condolences to Brendan's house. We're
That's
not
right.
gonna give that
That's
out,
right.
but,
That's right. Real quick before you do that, let's do a couple sponsors.
please.
Lily P's Chicken. LilyP'sChicken.com. The best fucking place. First of all, it's getting warm out. All right. They have some of the best little outdoor dining area that you can fucking imagine. Sitting there in Cambridge, sipping on cocktails. You want to talk about not feeling poor? If you do that, you fucking better go to my brother's table and drop off some sandwiches because you are an entitled person just like me. It is the fucking best in the business. All right. They get the best chicken sandwiches. They get the crispy. They got so many fucking great options on this menu. The shishito peppers. Their fucking chicken wings are sick. The roasted oysters. Mark Lawhorn ordered doubles of these
Doubles.
fucking things. All right. Dessert.
Utah,
You
give
call
me
it
two.
dessert. Call it dessert. LilyP'sChicken.com. Hub Hall. If you're in there for the Celtics game tonight, watching it at least, not like me and Danny who are giving you this fucking info, giving you these pearls of wisdom, you can get it at Hub Hall. LilyP'sChicken.com. Craft cocktails, the best. My band's gonna be there June 23rd. Pulling the Cork will probably be there that same day. We'll probably do the same double feature again.
Yeah, baby.
That's our guy. Bella's roast beef. You were there today. Why don't you talk about Bella's?
I was there today. As you know, 1211 Osgood Street, North Andover.
Nothing gets better.
Harry. Played golf today. We were up in, by the way, all the golf people listening, as you know, I'm like this is the most I've ever golfed ever before like tournaments.
I think that's a really good score for you, by the way.
It was
For somebody who doesn't play and
Right.
hasn't played their whole life.
no. We're doing better.
And wait, I want to break in here. Kev Marr believes you have a great swing. And he worked that day with you. You do have a good swing.
It's not bad.
Like, you have a good swing, but like, we got to harness it because
Yeah.
it's like, whereas I've seen a lot of people with horrible swings, there's no help for them.
Right.
Like, you have hope. You
No,
can be a
he,
good golfer.
he made my day that day.
Yeah.
As I watched him fucking just crush
He was
balls.
like, give me 2 weeks with you and I'll
It's
fucking.
literally what he
Yeah,
said.
Yeah.
But all the golf people out there, I played at Scottish Highlands in Salem, New Hampshire. It was, again, I've been to less than 10 courses in my life. This was the most beautiful course I've ever been to.
Yep.
And it was for free because someone had a gift card. It was great. But I realized that we were, I think it was 16 minutes away from 1211 Osgood Street. And it was a no-brainer. The kid I went up with, my buddy Nick, he goes, I like roast beef. I'm like, yeah. You've never had anything like this.
No.
And he's like, well, Mike's used to be good. And I go, that's where we're starting off. So I go, listen, I'm getting a junior because I know how he rolls up there.
Yeah.
I got my junior. He got a super because he likes the onion rolls,
Yeah.
right? He gets a 3-way and he gets raw onions on it.
That's
and
insanity.
And I go, what are we doing here?
Not like Nate getting ketchup, but it's close.
Mine was gone in seconds. His was gone in like a minute and a half. And he was like, buddy, what just happened? What just occurred?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it's what happens.
It's like my dad. My dad was like fucking blown away.
It's insane.
By the way, Harry, fucking love this guy.
Yep.
I put up a picture of my old man Tommy and Will, my nephew for his birthday.
Yep.
75. And fucking Harry put a picture of a beef with a birthday candle in it. Fucking love it. My
Love
old
it.
man was pumped. He goes, show your mother that. Show your mother that. And what did he hook us up with?
Oh, you know.
Fucking Bella's sweatshirt for the people looking at home. Look at that. You want to talk about something I'm going to wear every day?
Every
I'm going to
single
wear
day.
my Lily Peas t-shirts underneath. I'm going to wear this on top. And I'm going to fucking just, like, love life. You know what I mean? Feel so fucking important.
He's the man.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm overdue. I'm probably going to go up Saturday, actually, because Maggie's going to... Oh, we'll get into this now. Do the Al Delano, then I'll get into why I'm going to go to Bella's.
Oh, okay. Al Delano would like to know.
Delano, actually, I think.
Delano,
I always
Delano.
screwed up.
Tomato, tomato. You know what I mean?
Fucking Al, the mayor.
Al asks, you have a time machine. You can only go back once for a 6-hour block of time. When do you head back and why? Do you go back and meet family or screw with someone else's? Perhaps drop a huge bet on the Pats in 01 or Sox in 04, or maybe get in early with Apple and Google. Oof. Dude, I've looked at this for 3 days now.
Yeah.
I'm still I'm lost what I would do.
So, I think, like, that's the obvious one, right? Is, like, the money thing. So, let's eliminate that.
Okay.
Because that's an easy one.
Yeah, 'cause
it's
I was-
easy to be like, I'd just go and put fucking $3,000 on Apple.
Well, 'cause
you know what
the-
I mean?
You know what I probably would do if we could do money?
Yeah.
I'd go bet $1,000 on Buster Douglas when he beat Tyson 42-1 odds. 42-1
The funny
odds.
thing
dude.
is, the irony is that like this shows why me and you probably aren't good with money. Is like you would have made $42,000 if you put 1,000 on Apple. You'd be like you'd be worth like $100 million.
Right, right.
Buster Douglas,
Yeah.
send me there now.
Everyone's like, you know this guy Steve Jobs by any chance?
Every you get back, you have $42,000. It's like sweet. Like I got enough money to pay my rent for the next fucking 12 months. I would probably. All right, go ahead. What would you want? What would you want to do? This is a tough one.
It
dude.
is a
I
tough
haven't
one.
thought about it that much.
It is a tough one because
So I think for me, it would have to be either like, I would either, fuck, it's tough. You'd almost want like 3 options, like 3 wishes.
Right.
Like, because if you could choose 3 things, you could do 3 different things. Like, it would be
Right.
sick to be like, because, all right, my obvious one would be like, I would love to go back and like see like a fucking early ass Grateful Dead show. And I know Mohan will be with me here. Like, you go to fucking an early fucking like Dead show when it was like 100 people in there and like people are just tripping their dicks off. Like, I would love to see that. I wouldn't even want to be tripping. Like, I just want to be there and just fucking see it, right? My next one is like, I'd want to go back and see like them sign the fucking Declaration of Independence or
Yeah,
some shit
just
like
be
that.
there.
You know what I mean? Just be
Wearing
like,
a hood-
"Fucking motherfucker!"
wearing
Like,
a hoodie and a scally cap.
that's on here, cock! Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, wearing my scally and my fucking
hoodie. What's up, boys? You're gonna wait till you see this shit.
Yeah.
You know?
And then probably like, so I'd want to go back and see that shit. And I think I'd want to go back to like, we're doing a 6-hour block, right?
Yeah.
They give you a costume, right? Because I mean, I can't be going into Rome looking like this. You know, what's that fucking this kid wearing?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I'm not kidding. I looked at this and I was in it. I was like, oh my God. For a half hour.
It's a great question.
Dude, it's Al Delano.
Yeah. Because the thing is, like, you got to be able to choose the 6. You got to make sure that the 6 hours is during the day because they got no fucking lights a lot back then, like way back. You know what I mean?
Where the fuck do I go, dude?
Yeah. So if you can't benefit from it, let's just say that you can't benefit from it. You know what I mean? So you can't bet any money. You can't fucking do that. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, there's a million sporting events that would be sick to be
That's
at.
what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
That's obviously what I'm leaning towards.
Like,
I don't know. Maybe because I'll never see it. Maybe I'd go see Notre Dame win a national championship because I haven't seen it in 35 years.
yeah.
Maybe I'll go to the 1988 game when I was fucking 1.
Yeah.
And they won it with Lou Holtz.
What if you could be anywhere? Like, I'd like to fucking be in the fucking, that building. Was it Lee Harvey Oswald? Now
Yep.
you'll fucking know. Put me in that fucking room.
Ooh, that's
You know
a
what I
good
mean?
one.
Like-
yeah, see, I'm into history too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you
That'd
can come back and fucking tell everybody that shit.
just go, just fucking hop in JFK's car and take a right so you don't get on that street.
Change the world forever. Yeah, it's the other thing. Your existence can't change the world. It's like the butterfly
Fuck,
effect.
dude.
You know what I mean?
Hey, take this right.
Yeah.
Sir, it says dead end. Just listen to me.
You don't want to do this, buddy. Poof.
You just drive backwards like Sonny in a Bronx Tale.
Yeah. By the way, this is making a good point. I forget who I was listening to. What fucking podcast was I listening to? It might have been Soft Boys, maybe something else. It was like, people were like, oh, this is the worst time in the world. It's like, imagine being on TV and the president gets his brains blown out in a fucking, in his fucking car in the middle of, you know what I mean?
With
Like,
his wife inches away and she's just got brain all
over her body, and
Yeah.
you're like, this fucking is the worst. This fucking world we're in now. Why won't they let me be a dog when I want to be? It's like this fucking society. I fucking hate everybody this week, by the way. I gotta say that too. So many fucking people. I'm not talking about woke people. I'm talking about people who are dumb. Dumb people who are like, they have nothing to do. There are people in this city on the community page, Danny, who I've fucking done research on.
Oh, the community pages in Malden.
I've done research on. These people come from trees of money. Okay,
yeah.
They are not from like middle class or lower class families.
Yep.
They have not really had to work. That is always nothing more dangerous than a woman or a man with Facebook who doesn't have to work and is rich. They have nothing to do but to do like, especially a person that didn't have to work for the money they have, because that's like, I'm just gonna fucking say that, like, I can't even talk about it. I got so fired up about this one guy. It's like, buddy, you didn't work for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You didn't work for it. You never lifted a finger. And now you're going to tell me what I'm doing wrong about civil liberties for people just because you're fucking guilty because you're white. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm sorry that you're white
Right.
and that you're guilty. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'm just born this way. It is what it is.
Can't change it.
Like, I got no problem.
Right.
You know what I mean? That just annoys the shit out of me. And I'm like, if you're so high and mighty, go down to fucking Melena Cast and start fucking hanging out and talk to people.
Help
you know
'em.
what I mean? Like,
Help 'em.
don't fucking sit there and parade yourself around on the fucking community page.
Right.
Like you're some social justice warrior, you fucking loser. Anyway, sorry, I had to get that out.
Can we say cunts? We can say cunts, right?
Cunts, fine. Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, sorry about that. So, if I could go back in time, I'd fucking beat that kid up when he was fucking 12. That's what I would do.
I'm going to save Kennedy.
Yeah, Save Kennedy's a good one. I like that. Why I'm going to be Bellas. So, Saturday, Tommy is fucking amped, okay?
Yep.
I'll tell you why.
Wait,
We have-
this coming Saturday?
It's coming Saturday.
Okay.
We have nothing planned. He is fucking amped because this happened once before in the world. The girls are all going to Taylor Swift. Now, by the way, all these guys living in Melrose are reaching out to me and they're like, oh, it was money bags, huh? You going to Taylor Swift? Maggie got them the fucking hard way. They were $300 each. They were face value tickets, right? She got them the hard way. Could sell them for 20 grand. She has 6 of them.
What?
Could sell them for 20 grand. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Danny, I've decided to just put my head in my fucking lap.
Put it in
and
a
just
vice.
Fucking
Cranked out.
It is what it is, right? So Tommy knows we got full guys day. No girls. Just me and him.
Yep.
Right?
Nothing better.
Game plan is this. We're going fishing in the morning.
Yeah, baby.
We're going to Bella's.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a fishing derby at Pine Banks.
Is it really?
I swear to God, I'll be there.
For what?
There's just a fishing derby. One of the counselors is putting it on. They do it every year. It's awesome.
Are you doing it?
Yeah.
With Brennan?
Probably with my entire clan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do? You just go there and they fucking
And most.
throwing out worms and shit.
That's it.
Yeah.
Swear to God, I'm going.
All right, maybe we'll go there.
I'm so glad that you just reminded me.
fucking
of that.
love it. I love
yeah,
it.
if I don't go, Julie's might kill me.
Yeah. So we're going fishing either there or
Yep.
wherever. And then I was gonna go to Harold Parker State Park because that's up in Andover.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going up to fucking Bella's. No matter what, we're going to Bella's.
Yeah.
I'm getting fucking beef.
Yeah.
We're coming back. We're going to finish the Mandalorian, right? We should chill the fuck out. And then we're going to Border Cafe for dinner.
Love it.
And then probably just fucking watch. Oh, we're talking about if Stars Align, it's still out in the theater, we're going to see John Wick 4 at night.
Fuck yeah. By the
Guys fucking day.
Love
And
it.
you know what the only thing that bums me out is? I realized that the girls are coming home that night. I thought they were staying at Maggie's sister. She lives in Walpole.
Yep.
She's like, no, we have to come home because Daddy has a recital at like 10:30 in the morning. I'm like, you could stay and then, like, I don't know. I mean, they're not going to be home till 1 or whatever. But
right.
Guys Day City.
Love it.
I'm fucking psyched.
Yeah,
Man.
that's pumped. That movie Air, by the way, is on
I know.
Amazon.
I heard it's fucking
free.
amazing.
It's a great movie.
It's free?
Free.
I
Freebie.
thought you had to rent it.
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's free on Amazon Prime. So if you got it, watch it.
So, anyways, yeah, Guys Day. Couple of things I had to say. Oh, you know what's a great show, by the way? Here's a recommendation for you.
What do you got? If you say Succession, I'm going to lose my mind because everyone's been talking about it.
I mean, everybody knows that's a fucking great show.
I haven't watched it.
I know, but I think I've said it on here that it's a great show.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, maybe one. No, but there's a lot of people that watch it.
I mean, dude, everybody's obsessed with
yeah.
it. Great show. Last thing he told me, it's on Apple, right?
That's the name of it.
It's the name of it. It's got Jennifer Garner.
I'm in.
It's got the guy from Game of Thrones who was like the Kingslayer, Jaime Lannister.
Lost me there.
Whatever. It's about a guy. I'll give you the premise real quick. It's about a guy. A guy is married to this woman, and like he has a teenage daughter on his own that lives with them, and he's like a kind of successful guy. And one day he just fucking disappears, and then it's like a mystery of like
Stuff.
what happened.
Yeah.
Well, who is this guy and all this stuff. And it is fucking addictive. I watched 5 of them this weekend. Maggie watched 5 of them.
Are they hour shows or half hour?
40 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like it's doable.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's a recommendation to the people at home out there. So check that out. What else you got?
My man Ty from Denver, my nephew's buddy, Tyler Campbell. He goes by Ty Soup, which I think is fucking hilarious. It took me way longer to figure that out than it needed to be. But
Unreal name.
That's his name. So he goes by Ty Soup. He wants to know if a trap game can be the first game of the season.
A trap game like for betting?
Or like sports in general. But I'm thinking most likely he's talking football. Like, like you'll play like the fucking Cleveland Browns.
And they fucking smoke you.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what it is. I said I would say it on air. So my example was, I think it was 2007, Michigan, first game of the year against Appalachian State, and they lost. Remember that?
Yeah. Dude, I
And
mean,
at the time, I think Appalachian State was.
I think in theory, any game can be a trap game. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but before.
But here's the thing: a trap game happens way more often in college than it does in pros
Yes,
because
yes.
these teams are under-scouted.
Yep.
They're not as well known, and like especially in hoops, all it takes is a team that's got one fucking kid who can shoot a fucking gas load of like a shitload of threes.
And that's the game
and you
now.
can be fucking smoked.
That's the
like,
game
You know what
now.
I mean? Like, and you're not converting.
Right.
So yeah, I think a first game of the season in college should always be a trap game. I think that's the hardest couple weeks to bet. Is the first 2 weeks of the game of the year.
Are you talking in all sports or just basketball?
Just basketball. No, I'm talking about college football too.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. Speaking of betting,
Actually, Notre Dame plays Navy in Ireland for the first game this year. We never play good against.
yeah, O'Malley's going to that, by the way.
Of course he is.
Yeah. He's also going to the Pats in Germany.
By the way, can we talk about that for a minute?
Yeah.
Fuck these overseas games, dude. For the
You know what though? I will say I have a soft spot for him because this poor kid, right?
I know he's only watching soccer live.
He's in it. He's basically like picture you lived in like if you don't live in Boston, you live in like it's like Byfield, not even Newburyport. Like
Okay.
it's kind of call it Newburyport, but it's like whatever. And it's like there's no Americans there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like and that's fine. Like he's got
Americans in Byfield.
no, you know what I'm saying though. It'd be like being an Irish guy in Byfield.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like it's like there just isn't that crew of like people. Like he doesn't have a lot of expats there. Like
Right.
that. He's like whatever. He's got like one guy I think who lived in the States for a while. Like
Yep.
that's like the closest you get. You know what I mean? So when these things happen over there, like he's like fucking yes.
Yeah.
Like like the other day when the Celtics were on at 3:30, he was like fucking coming himself to the moon because he was like, I can watch this game
Right.
and I can go to bed at a reasonable time. When he first moved over there, he would just fucking ruin his life and stay up for the games.
Right.
He would or he would go to sleep and wake up at like 3:30 to watch them. And now he's like, I'm just getting too old. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so that's my soft spot for it. It's like
I just, oh, that was a fucking yawn that came out of nowhere. I just think that we're not because I don't agree with it. Roger Goodell's just trying this blowhard, and I'm not saying there's not fans overseas. Obviously there is.
Yeah.
I just think that they want teams over there. Like, what are we doing?
no, I think that's dumb, dude. That's so fucking
stupid.
dumb. That's so fucking dumb.
And I'll tell you who I do feel bad for because they get shafted. Mexico, dude. There are so many like Cowboy fans in Mexico.
Yeah.
And like they had
But
a
the
game
fucking
down there.
players will get kidnapped and fucking murdered, dude.
It's not a good
Shit
time.
is not going good down there,
Right.
dude.
Even like poor Hawaii, you know what I mean? They love fucking football.
Yeah.
I talked about it with flag
How
football.
pumped would you be if you got drafted on the Hawaii fucking,
I mean,
like,
right. But
Hawaii 5-0? That would be a great team.
In a
by the
away
way.
game, you're fucked. You're jet lag, you're done.
I know. Dude, it's like...
Start your own leagues, dude. They already had it, right?
Yeah, Barcelona Dragons. Fucking,
yeah, that's
it
what
was
I'm saying.
Not a good fucking situation. I was
Yeah.
trying to explain that shit to Tommy. Kids, dude, it was so hot the year it came out. Anybody who's my age knows, like 46. There were kids walking around the fucking square, like not even the square one, walking around fucking like PJ's Pets with a fucking Barcelona Dragons jacket
PJ's
on.
Pets, dude.
Talking about some fucking old shit, dude.
Holy
PJ's
shit.
Pets.
Just smelling like fish food.
Smelling like fish food. Nate's sister bought the last dog at PJ's Pets. Still just died like last year.
Oh my God, dude. What a throwback. That's
Real
like.
quick, J&L Energy.
Yes.
781-428-3388. Save.jandl@gmail.com. Same as installation situation. You know our guy, Sean. Mass Save partner, National Grid and Eversource, you're paying into it. Single family homes, 6-unit homes, Irish battleships, of course, as always. The single family is going to be 75% off, and the multifamilies are 100% covered as long as everybody gets in. Renters do qualify. You're already paying for it. We said it. They get your fingers right in your pocket, right? Taking the money out already of your bill, and you want to get that money back. I did it, right? I used Mass Save, so you can get you're basically making money on this deal, right? If you get 100% covered, they're giving you a $100 gift card. Mention pulling the cork when you call them, and they're going to give you 10% off as well. Therm Pros. Talking about painting.
Van Gogh.
We're talking about also construction. We're talking about they can do basically A to Z anything you need done. You need an addition done? Done. Need renovation done? Done. New home? Done. Roofs? Done. Siding? Done. Painting? Done to the moon. Okay? Sean Collins?
Yep. Sean Collins. Great name.
Unbelievable name. Musician, we're starting a band together. We call it Sean Collins and the band goes. It's going to be fucking unbelievable because this guy can paint your face. All right? He can paint the Sistine Chapel, he can paint your face at a fair, and he can paint the fucking shit out of your house. All right? I wish he was in my house painting it right now because they're painting my basement right now. I wish it was him, but it isn't. All projects, big and small, whatever you need, Therm Pros can make it happen. Cork is getting a 10% discount. Tell them that we fucking sent you. Sean might even answer the phone. All right? 617-990-6755. thermpros.info@gmail.com.
Last but not least, as we know, AJMPlumbingHeating.com. My man Tony, Anthony Michichi, AJM Plumbing and Heating was founded and created by that fella. A graduate of the Voc, where my oldest goes, right there in Wakefield. Anthony has been in the plumbing and heating field for over 10 years. He built AJM with hopes of providing the 5-star VIP experience for every customer, which every customer deserves at an affordable price. His goal is to educate the customer about their investment and never sell anyone something they don't need. Did you hear that? That's fucking honesty. Next sentence. Honesty, excellence, professionalism is the company model because if you provide all three of those, you will always have a happy customer. And that is why you need to call AJM or go on their website and get all the info that you need. Like we said, now's the time to do it. It's not cold. Well, tonight's going to be fucking cold.
My guy, by the way, Ben Cossio, I remember, never forget, he reached out, he goes, called AJM. Fucking yes.
Yes, man.
Let's fucking do it.
That's what I'm saying.
I know, you guys all get your roast beefs, you get your chicken, but you know, you got to get your fucking, you got to get your
shit
pipes
in order.
done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Get rid of those old radiators. Give yourself some baseboard.
exactly.
Do something.
Get your shit fucking.
Do something.
My father said to me once, do something once.
You already got your taxes back. Do something. Get yourself a nice little wall hung like you just got. What you got a Viessmann?
Yeah,
Or-
wall units, whatever
Yeah.
fucking they're
The
called.
best.
Mini splits.
Oh, you got.
I got mini splits.
No, but downstairs.
Oh no, I got the
water
fucking
heater.
like, Cadillac on my wall.
Yeah,
You mean
baby.
that thing? Yeah.
Reach out to Anthony, tell him that we sent you. He's going to give you a little discount as well. I just don't know what it is. Let him know that Brendan, Danny, Boom the Cork sent you.
Also, real quick, after this, we'll be doing our Patreon episode, as we've been doing now 3 weeks. Or this will be the third. Right?
Yep.
We have 17 Patreon members now. We're up to 17 people who are getting to see exclusive content. They're also going to be getting stickers, which I'm getting made next week. I just want to say a shout out real quick to the new patrons. Dave Sweeney, by the way, lifetime member.
Oh, what a guy.
Cork a legend.
He's one of the guys that messaged me asking about your dog.
Dude, he's the best. He asked me about it today. He's the fucking man. I can't wait till, that's the one thing I said this before. Whenever I do a show and then people come that like, I don't get to see a lot or I'm just meeting them for the first time. Like that was the first time I met Mark Lawhorn.
Right.
I don't get to talk to those people a lot because I'm fucking doing
Bouncing.
the music
Yep.
shit. You know what I mean? So I can't wait to fucking, maybe the bar crawl we'll see him for. Matt Ricci, fucking a beef legend, first of all.
Yes, sir.
Craft beer mafia legend.
Yes, sir.
He said Ferg was talking about some like bus beef thing.
Yep.
Shuttle bus beef thing. And Matt Ricci's like, I'm in. I'm like, well, I guess I'm going. So I fucking want to hang out with this motherfucker. Randy Garrett. Randy Garrett is an OG doghouse fucking motherfucker.
Love it.
All right? Guy's out in Michigan, I believe.
Yep.
Built a garage bar after fucking being inspired by this garage bar.
Love
Randy
it.
Garrett is the man. He's the fucking guy. Love the guy. All right? And those are our 3 new ones. Julie Turner was next, but we already called her. So, by the way, $5 a month. Take a cup of coffee. You're going to get another show, right? Every week. It's another like 30 minutes to an hour or 25 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour. You're going to get a sticker at least, right? A couple stickers. You're also going to get some input. We're going to start doing some polls there. We're going to have get some questions from those guys.
Yep.
And then also, if you are like, we'll do some exclusive stuff too. So, we'll give some options to these guys that you guys aren't going to get. How do you like that? Fucking so
Bingo.
whatever. But no, seriously, we love you anyways. If you don't want to do the Patreon, that's fine. We're not going to stop doing this show the way we do it always, and you will all be invited to the Halloween party as always.
Can't wait. I gotta find out a date for that, by the way.
We got to get that locked in,
Yep.
dude. We
Sure
need to
do.
get that locked in.
And we're gonna make it a Saturday this year.
Yep, exactly. We got to do our pub crawl too. Okay, so wrapping up. Anything? Oh, we got a voicemail.
Oh, baby.
Fuck. It's a great one. It is a great one.
I can't hear anything. I hear it again. I'm an idiot.
What's up, boys? Long-time listener, second-time caller. I had a very fun weekend, eventful, busy weekend this weekend, so I wanted to run down a list of good guys from the weekend. This weather, number one, good guy. 70 to 80 degrees, change of season, spring into summer. Let's go. Ultimate good guy. Saturday, spent the day at baseball fields, and then went to our friend's house around the corner. Ended up having some adult bevs, big time good guy, and playing cornhole until midnight. Another good guy. Yesterday, barbecuing at my brother's house, had a hot dog, had my first Chinese sausage. Is it even summer if you don't have a Chinese sausage? Ultimate good guys barbecue in the yard. Celtics win. Shout out to all the mothers. Good guys. All moms are good guys. Happy Mother's Day to all the mom corkers. But with the good comes the bad. You know who can fuck off? Bugs and pollen. Anything that bites, mosquitoes, bees, ticks, fuck right off. Pollen, my allergies are killing me.
Through the
right now.
roof.
All right, boys, have a fun open gym. See ya.
None other than the legend, Fitzy. By the way, we got to get Fitzy on soon.
Yeah, we
And
do.
Clarky, but both of them, the holiday correspondence. Fitzy's the man. I love Fitzy's Boston accent. Like, bees. Like,
Yeah.
the way he says bees just is like, you can't, I don't care. Nobody from Michigan's like, bees.
Yeah.
Like, the way he says bees,
Very,
like,
very exaggerated, but it's like not on purpose.
Fitzy's the best, dude. You can put Fitzy in any room. He's a lot like us. Like, you can put him in any room, any situation, and
He's
he
good.
can get along with anybody.
Everybody.
And, like, he will not, he's like a fucking plug and play awesome guy.
Yep.
He's the fucking best. Anyway, so, all right. So we'll be back next week, right?
On Sunday, most likely.
Most likely Sunday night. Yes, that's the plan. And so the show, we want the show to come out on Mondays. Trust me.
Yep.
Like it's better for the rhythm of our week to do it that way.
Shit happens.
But shit just happens. It is what it is. So that's that. We'll go to the Patreon and yeah. And by the way, a couple other things I wanted to say. A lot of people out there have been really sharing the show, and we really appreciate it. So like the people who've been doing that, like we really appreciate it. That's how the word gets out. And I know I've been sent a couple fucking texts with people being like, whose car is this with this pulling the cork stick?
Yeah.
I'm like, I do not know. It's
great.
You know what I mean?
It's great.
And I love you. If you are one of those people, I fucking love you, by the way.
Yep.
That includes my sister as the PTC badge on her fucking car.
Love it.
All right.
Oh,
What?
I just remembered because we're about to end the show. Someone, I don't know who it was because it's not on the top of my head. Someone said, as a suggestion, we need outro music. He goes, so I don't think that my fucking car just died.
Matt Ricci said
Yes.
that. Matt Ricci said
Yes.
that. Yeah, I agree with that. So you know what?
He's going to fucking, you already know Brendan's wheels are already turning.
Yeah, I'll work on that. It might be tonight, or it might be because I have to edit that part of it. And I want to get this up tonight.
Yep.
But Matt Ricci, first of all, the show's going to end now. I'll just warn you of that.
Yeah.
Second of all, we are going to do outro music. Next week that will start, and we appreciate that listener contribution right there.
Fucking great.
By the way, you know what I would say? Instead of having, here's an idea real quick. People have often asked, like, would we have Maggie or Christy on, right?
Yep.
I think what would be better than that would be to have, like, Darcy on and my sister Emily on to talk about, like, what we were like.
Okay.
I think that would be fucking funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Darcy would tell you that I was the most spoiled kid ever, and she's lying for
I
her
think it would be
teeth.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I think that would be fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, so that's an idea. Because if I have Maggie on, she's going to, like, just, like, she'll just shit all over me, so.
Oh, same.
All right, listen, have a great week. We'll be back, by the way. You listen to this on Thursday? We'll be back on, hopefully,
Monday.
in your ears on Monday morning. Peace.
Later.